Hey guys, today I'm going to Impello's shared working space in Greenside to chat to some of the entrepreneurs to see how I can help them to take their business to the next level by helping them to get specific influence breakthroughs. So Steve, it's great to sit down with you. Tell me a little bit about your business in a nutshell, and then we'll move on to an influence touch point. Sure. That's important to you.
So New Reality is my company. We specialize in creating virtual reality experiences, augmented reality experiences. We dabble in 360 video, and we're kind of doing some cutting edge stuff.
And when it comes to influence, what is one influence challenge that will help you to really expand?
We always have this challenge where people don't understand the technology, and it takes a few key people to kind of be evangelists of it, and then it starts to build momentum and perceptions change. Because whenever you're trying to sell something new, you first have to get the person to really deeply understand it, what it is that's in front of them. And that's been our biggest challenge, is to change people's perceptions around what this technology can do.
So there's two influence principles that I'll share with you that I think will just be interesting for you to explore how to go about it. I think the one you're already using, you're very aware of, which is social proof.
Yes.
In psychology, the actual term is called the wisdom of crowds.
Yes.
Which is a weird, have you heard that term before?
Yes, I've heard it before, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. I prefer to call it the hopelessly misguided opinions of crowds.
Sure.
Because people can be manipulated in certain ways.
Yeah.
But, it is a shortcut, what we call a heuristic in psychology, where if a lot of people believe something, then we think that it's true. Or even if we don't even see or hear them saying they believe it, just the idea that they believe something is true or right. Well, there's an interesting experiment done by Robert Cialdini in hotels where they wanted to get people to reuse their towels. I don't know about you, if you do a lot of traveling, but you always see that, please reuse your towels.
Yeah, we're eco-friendly or whatever.
Eco-friendly. So they had a whole bunch of different ones. One said, help save the environment, or think of future generations and help save resource and energy. And
which one worked?
So there were 5 different cards. The first 4, which focused on saving the environment, saving resources, future generations, only got towel usage up about 16% on average. But the 5th one relied on social proof. And so it said things like, join your fellow guests in helping save the environment. And then it had in the small print, based on some research that they had done, which they just framed the results in a certain way, they said 75% of guests who participate in our resource-saving programs reuse their towel more than once. And just by indicating what other people did, immediately towel usage went up to 44%. And then when they tweaked it even more and said 75% of people staying in this room reuse their towel more than once.
Well, you don't want to be the 25%, so you do it.
So you think, and that went up to 49% of people who reuse it when they felt that. So not only pointing to what other people do, it's the same thing like if ever you're in an accident, which I hope is never the case, or let's say you observe an accident, like a road accident, people jump out their cars and they'll say, somebody call an ambulance.
But you're not calling
everyone's looking because everyone's looking around to see what is everyone else doing. Whereas if you had to jump out and point to someone and say, you call an ambulance,
it gets done immediately.
Yes, right?
Yes,
so when there's uncertainty, people immediately look to see what others are doing. That's just our initial
social
reaction.
Proof. They're looking for social proof.
Exactly. Yes. So similarly, if you're faced with a client and obviously they face any kind of uncertainty, like you say, you would point to what some of the prolific people are saying.
Yes.
But what really amplifies that social proof as well is if you also are pointing to people who they relate to as well.
Yes, you're showing industry standard, or you're showing someone that you want to aspire to or relate to, and they're taking the initiative, so you want to do the same thing.
Exactly.
You're forcefully incurring social proof.
The minute you show them that there's someone else who they relate to, maybe it's a similar industry or they really respect that, but whatever the case is, if they're doing it and they've gotten certain results, that is a really big tipping point. A lot of people immediately find that tipping point
that's very interesting
to go through.
I like that. That's sound advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the way you thought about that. Those are points that actually did make it resonate very well in my mind. That's why it snapped right immediately.
Well, good to meet you,
Very
man.
nice to meet
All
you.
the best with
Thanks so much
everything.
for the advice.